And good morning. Happy Monday. We finally made it to the beginning of the week. So, yeah, I don't know how you feel about it.
It's going to be a good week.
Is it going to be a good week?
Energy, positive vibes out there. It's going to be a great week, and we're going to get through. We've got you started with some awesome stories for your Monday.
Yeah, first, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was good.
It was good?
We went to the Rail Yard Dogs game.
Yay.
We met some of our insiders here on Friday, too, so thank you for anyone who showed up and did the tour of the station with us. That was fun, too.
A lot of fun. We met a lot of cool people. We even ran into them at some of the games.
Yeah.
So we went to the game on Friday where we won. Saturday, I know we lost, but we had the weenie dog experience, though. That's coming up later in the show. We're going to tell you guys about. But, well, I also got a lot of cool stories to tell you about as well. So
so coming up later in the show as well is a shocking video of a ski rescue. Take a look at this. You don't want to miss how one man happened to be skiing and then was at the right place at the right time. Yeah. Just a little preview for you there.
Yeah, if you're looking at the video right now, you see that snowboard that was there? A person is attached to that snowboard. That's what blew my mind this morning. So the fact that somebody stepped in and helped him is a big blessing.
That khaki thing is his leg.
Yes.
And we'll get to that.
Upside down.
So we're going to break all that stuff down to you guys later on in the show. But for right now, let's give a good congratulations to this particular organization that's helping bridge the gap between law enforcement and the homeless. This is Roanoke City Sheriff's Department. This is what they're doing and what they're working on. The department partnered with the Cool Kids, which is a local business that helps to feed dozens of residents at the Roanoke Rescue Mission every month. Cool Kids has done this for the past 10 years. They say having the Sheriff's Department assist allows them to receive or reach even more people. The Sheriff's Department is one of 21 national cohorts participating in the law enforcement community engagement network and says they use this opportunity as community outreach.
When you talk about community policing, the people in your locality or in your community want to see law enforcement come back out and embrace the community at large. And so I'm excited when the community will receive us in any capacity, not just with the less fortunate, but any sector of our city. I'm appreciative of our community allowing us to come together as one.
It's in my blood. My mother, my mother always raised me to do whatever you can do for people.
The owner of Cool Kids, Marvin Ward, says that they help feed over 50 people. Again, I think this is such a really cool deal because ever so often, especially people who are experiencing homelessness, they have a lack of trust for anything, especially law enforcement, because they're constantly having to be, relocated here and there. But the fact that this organization is stepping in with this department to help them see that, hey, we're here to help you guys, let's eat together and have that community, that's a good deal in our area.
It's a good way to bridge that gap, I guess, in a sense. And also, you never know how much that one meal might mean to somebody. So very important good things going on in our community. And big story from the weekend we've all been following closely is the Hokies basketball. Take a look at this video. The Hokie season for women's basketball comes to a close, but the ladies are back home after LSU beat the team in the Final Four in Dallas on Friday. You can see that's video of the team returning back to Virginia Tech. Everyone extremely proud of them. Hokie fans from all over waited all day to see the women's basketball team arrive home.
Now, some wanting or waiting as long as 5 hours to welcome home the history-making Virginia Tech women's basketball team. Now, through several delays, fans made it clear that they weren't going anywhere. The goal was to show how much this team and what they're doing matters.
And even Governor Glenn Youngkin shared how he is proud of the Hokies. He shared the Virginia Tech women's basketball Facebook post and congratulated Coach Brooks and the team on a memorable March Madness run. Fans said they want players to know that no matter the outcome of the Final Four game, they are so proud of this team, and you can just see that right there in that footage. And just the energy we've been feeling all last week and coming into the weekend from everybody. Extremely proud, making history there.
And it was definitely a good game because, Rebecca, what was the score again? How close it was?
79-72.
Was it? That was, either way, that let you know they gave them a run for their money.
It was down to those final seconds. I know a lot of people in those final seconds kind of,
And I always say, if my team's going to lose, I want them to lose to the champion.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was just about to say.
If we had to lose to someone, I'm glad we lost to the people that came out number one.
Exactly.
Definitely. Well, congratulations to them. Again, we are all proud of you guys, and let's do it again next year.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we want to keep ourselves together with our immune systems and all that stuff, and I learned an interesting
fact. I love your transitions. I love how she's trying to transition into things. But yeah, so something to be on the lookout for. Just kind of want to make everybody aware, especially parents who have children children. The Virginia Department of Health is sending out a warning to parents if your child gets sick to keep a close eye on those symptoms because there is a higher number of strep throat cases this year. Lewis Gale Dr. Glenn Dobbs says that in the past couple of months, they have seen more visits for strep throat. He says he's also hearing an increased number of children missing school in the community because of this disease. Well, in the last couple of years, because of COVID, Dobbs says there has been a decrease in strep throat and other diseases, and this is because people, wearing masks, taking other health precautions. But this year, he says it seems like we are getting back to those pre-pandemic levels, or maybe even higher.
Strep is spread through droplets, direct contact, coughing, sneezing, with small children touching objects that they've had their hands in their mouth and touched them. And so we don't have pandemic. We kept people isolated and masks on. Now we're back together and the masks have come off and you're getting more exposure and the immune system hasn't seen this.
He says that when viral respiratory infections like RSV and flu go up, so do your chances of getting sick. So this is because your immune system is already weakened. Well, Dobbs says the best way to protect yourself and your family is by practicing healthy habits, like obviously frequently washing your hands is one of them. He also recommends having a good relationship with your pediatrician, so when your child is sick, you can bring them right in for a visit. It's also important to know those signs and symptoms of strep throat. So something to be on the lookout for if you're someone who, has children or things like that. I know a couple of my friends who are parents have said their kids have had strep throat this year, and it's just kind of going around the classroom. So just want to make everybody aware.
And you brought this up earlier because, we were talking about the different symptoms with the sandpaper and all that stuff that you were breaking down later on the show. But we learned that you apparently had a round of strep throat in your life, huh?
We're going to share. Okay.
I'm interested in it. I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, so when I was younger, I actually would get strep throat a lot. To the point where they said, you might need to get your tonsils taken out because that is the next step. If you're a child who frequently gets it, that's kind of what they do, but they determine that case by case. Luckily, I never had to have that happen. But yeah, I got it actually as an adult a couple years ago, and I knew exactly what it was right away just because of how frequently I've had it. But if you're someone who's never had it before and you're not sure what's going on, you want to head out to the doctor.
I think I've had it once, and I think it was in high school, and I just remember it felt like I was swallowing nails. Like it hurt.
Ooh,
Like I did not
no,
like
that's a good way to kind of put it.
It was
Not fun.
painful.
Not fun.
I feel defective at this moment.
What?
I've had strep throat so many times. Like I probably can't even count
that's
how
what
many
you
times
meant.
I've had strep.
I didn't
Did it hurt?
remember.
Did
Like-
you ever get used to it? Is it something to get used
No,
to?
no.
I mean, I probably got it once a year.
Yeah, same.
When
I was like
in
at that
elementary school.
point. Yeah. Did they
Well-
ever tell you about the tonsil thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I also lived in the boonies.
Okay. Well,
Well, either
That's
way,
okay.
make sure you guys follow the story online and figure out what you need to be paying attention to just in case your little one come in with a little ashy throat. All right, moving on.
A little what?
A little ashy throat. Ashy when you got dry skin?
yeah.
I picture a dry throat.
Yeah,
Ashy.
no, I got you.
Okay.
I'm with you. I got you.
Okay, so we have a really fun story to get to right now with two ladies embarking on a mission to travel the world in 80 days.
And it's not us.
No, it's not us.
I wish.
So check this out. It's proven it's never too late to find your sense of adventure.
Well, look at these two. Oh, they look like they're having fun. I want to be them.
I
This is
love it.
goals right here.
Look, they're
Well,
matching t-shirts.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. Well, Ellie Hamby and Sandy Haslip are 81 years young and 7 continents, 18 countries, all in 80 days. And their final stop is the Grand Canyon. Not a
Look
bad
at 'em.
stop.
Look
Oh,
how much fun they're
look
having
at
over
them.
there.
I want to be them.
Now, the pair shared it all on TikTok, gaining thousands of followers and millions of views along their journey. Their message to others who live is to live life outside your comfort zone.
Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to step out and do things. And we always say that age is only a number.
I think that's just such a strong message right there. Look at them. I told
These
you,
women are an inspiration
you
to
couldn't
me.
tell that they're 81 years old.
No,
either.
and one, the fact that they're willing to do this all in 80 days, because I know a lot of people can be like, scared of travel, but they're like, let's just see what happens. Also, the fact that they're documenting everything on TikTok at
Yep.
81 years old. I don't even have a TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok.
I mean, so that's amazing to them. But also look at the joy in their faces. They look like, oh my gosh, look at
And
those
like all the
penguins.
memories that they have.
I know, that's
yes.
amazing to me. Like so many people will go through their whole lives
Look
and
at the
never
little-
even
look at
have
the wind
one
in
or
their
two
curls.
of these.
I love it.
I goals. I want to do this.
You want to do all that.
I don't-
Maybe when I get to that age and I don't have anything else to worry
But also
about.
having a best, I'm assuming that's her best friend. Is that what we said?
Yeah.
To do that with. I mean, having that relationship, someone's just like, let's do it. Like, that's what I look for in my friends. We're like, let's just go.
And it keeps them young, I bet. You know,
Yeah.
being that at that age, you have a lot of different things to worry about health-wise, and so much so. I feel like that's one of the things they do not have to worry about. Like,
No.
let's just
Did
go
you guys,
from here to there.
Did you guys ever watch the show The Amazing Race?
Yes. Love that show. It was a good show.
Jeffy's like, that's a no for me, dog.
So it's the one where like it could be, you know, a couple or it could be like a son and a dad, like whatever, two people who embark on essentially traveling the world, but while
Okay.
they're doing it on the show, they have different tasks and things they need to complete along the way. And you
Okay.
never want to be the last one at each leg of the race because you could get eliminated. And by the end, there's one
Oh.
winner to like win the whole race.
Okay, no, I've seen a preview
Okay,
for that.
yeah.
This was just,
No,
you
it's
think
really
they'll
good.
Be, you think they'll be?
They would do great at
Oh
that
yeah,
show.
yeah. But I've always said that if I ever get on the show, I'm going with my dad.
There you go.
Like, Great.
That'd be my I mean, he would stress me the out, but we would do really well together.
Yeah,
Good.
my brother always wanted to go on that show with my Uncle Jim, because my Uncle Jim's big into like hiking and racing and running, and then my brother Matt is like, you know, muscular and likes to
Yeah.
eat all the weird foods, so they're like, we're like the perfect combo. But no, that's a good point, Rebecca, bringing that
love
up.
it.
It's just like that.
Well, I tell you what, whether you're traveling all over the place or right here in the Commonwealth, let's get to meteorologist Marsha Downing to hit us with that forecast.
Hello everyone, today's starting off pretty good for you. Today our temperatures are rising pretty nicely. We'll get up to around 70 for most of our highs. We've got a mix of sun and clouds, a lot of places partly cloudy, at times looking mostly cloudy. Either way, we're not seeing a ton of showers coming through. Anything's going to be pretty isolated today. And then Tuesday stays pretty dry and we get even warmer. It takes until Wednesday for storms to come through. The worst of it stays towards our west, but we are in the level 1 risk for right now. We'll stay a little on the soggy side through the end of the week.
All right, thank you, Marshall. And now we want to get to that story that we were teasing at the beginning of the morning sprint, that ski snowboard video we were showing you. We've got it right here. So take a look at this one more time. A wild rescue in Washington State shows a ski rescue, and the whole thing was caught on a GoPro video. That's what you're seeing right now. A man skiing in a remote area on Mount Baker spotted a snowboard just upside down like we were pointing out before. But he quickly jumped into action, digging the snowboarder out of a tree while 6 feet deep. So that snowboard, there was a snowboarder connected to it.
Yes, and I know if you guys are looking, you'll see his arm is right there. But if you saw at the beginning of the video, Rebecca, can you scroll to the beginning? It looks like he was going like all the way to the beginning, and then check this out. He's in mid-ski and skis over the guy. Watch this. Right there, and that's when he noticed he was right there. That snowboard. I know. Is that not that? He just happened to be
Like, what are the
skiing
odds of that being the exact
location? And this guy,
wow.
he was buried deep in that snow.
I
Look at him. I can't even imagine. So finally, he reached him and made sure that the snowboarder was okay. Those tree wells are also called the spruce traps. Now they're depressions that form at the base of trees that can present a real danger for skiers and snowboarders, as you can see right there. But yeah, the fact that he was in the right place at the right time, I think, is great for the guy who.
I would be crying because I'd be like, someone
it.
found me. Like, you know, you think like, what do I do? How do I get out? Panic, but not too much panic. And then when you start feeling someone digging, you're like, oh yes. Thank you, Lord.
And I'll tell you, I'll probably be there like, this is how I go. This is it, man. I'm about to just kick the bucket. I'm already 6 feet under.
But
Let's
right
go.
place, right
And
time.
like the snow seems so like densely packable.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
Man.
not like big fluffy stuff you could just like take a big wolf breath.
no.
Like,
And once you're in there, you can't really like move. Like, you're
My
stuck.
goodness.
Oh,
I know that'd probably be my last ski trip if I was that guy.
oh, yeah, I'm good. I went skiing one time in my life, never again.
did
love
you
skiing.
did you end up in a
I fell the whole way down the hill.
aw.
It was not good. I felt like a baby deer with like little legs.
I feel like that works a lot of muscles that people.
I had
You
never
gotta-
been more
oh, yeah.
tired in my life.
You gotta make pizza slices with your feet.
See,
so
that's
you
what
slow
everyone
down.
said. I was like, I don't know what that means. This
But you
isn't
don't want
helping.
cross skis because then you'll.
It was, and then those little kids going down the mountain like, whoosh,
Oh, my
and they got no
gosh.
words, and there's me who's like, it
Yeah,
was so
I
bad.
probably could just scoot.
But then I got home, I think, at 8 o'clock at night, and took a hot shower and just, I was done.
You were
For
done.
like 12 hours.
You woke up with a 6-pack.
Pretty much.
I mean, a 6-pack of abs, not like a 6-pack of beer.
No, I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
so let's get back to this topic right here. Everybody and their mama got a cell phone right now. We got
Right
50
here.
years ago today. Back in 1973, history was made with the first successful cell phone call. That call was placed from Midtown Manhattan, and the man who made it was Marty Cooper. If you take a look right there at the video,
Hi,
there
Marty.
he goes. There goes Marty. He's 94 years old today.
And since then, we've lost the antennas and went through countless designs of different phones. But Cooper says there's still more to explore about the devices in our hands. I mean,
Yes.
yes, we all know. I feel like, so when I was in, middle school, high school, I feel like there was constantly a new design, a new kind of phone coming out, different colors, different
Yep.
things. Now it's pretty standard with the iPhone kind of looking thing or the Android. They all kind of look like a little brick in your hand. But back then, we had all different kinds of cool colors and crazy
Yes.
designs.
You want to
the
have
one
like the
from-
coolest phone in the classroom?
Yeah.
The one from T-Mobile it's called like a sidekick or something like
Yes.
that. And it would like,
Yes. But I heard so many people having that thing break on them because
Yes.
of that.
oh yeah.
And then the most popular one, I think, when I was in middle school, I think was like the razor. And you had like the pink razor and it flipped open.
Yep.
And girls would like fold it, but like in their shorts.
Yes.
And then erase it in their pants.
Okay, so right now we have one of our other very special people behind the scenes. You can't see him right now because he's kind of training at the time. He can scoot over a little bit. This is Nathaniel. Nathaniel, look, who's like There's Nathaniel. Yes, as you can see, he has a lot of hair on his face, but that's okay. Check this out, Nathaniel. Tell us, what was your first cell phone and how did you rock with it?
My first cell phone was one of the ones from Virgin Mobile, and it was just a standard clamshell phone where
Yeah.
you could flip it open, flip it closed. You could sassily close it when you were like,
Mad, you
Angry.
hang up. You're like, I'm done with you. Now it's just like,
I know,
yeah,
you can't
it
even
was
do
like
nothing with that.
the most generic looking. You go to any action movie of that time period, that's the cell phone.
Yes, okay, Nathaniel. See, this dude is a high-tech dude. You look at his phone now, you can play everything on your phone, can't you? You have
Oh, yeah.
everything on that thing. And it looks kind of like this. And that's another thing with cell phones. They got the memories, the storage and stuff
Yeah.
is better nowadays.
Remember
so.
when you would take, did you guys ever do this where you had the flip phone, like you said, the clamshell phone, and you turn it this way and take a picture like a selfie, but you weren't sure if you actually
Oh,
got
yep,
it?
yep,
Because
that.
then you have to turn like, did I get it? Nowadays,
Yes.
we got like the front oh my gosh, throwing it back.
And you used to be off the chain with the typing because now you have just a keypad on your actual, touchscreen, whereas then you have to hit 3 a certain time
What's it called?
to get
Text? What's the actual word for it? Text something? I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
On
But
the Google machine. While
Is
you
it
talk about-
T9 text? Something like
Yes,
that.
that's
Something
it.
like that.
That's right.
And
That's
that's
what
the
exactly
way you
it
would
was.
text. And now we all are, we got our keyboards. Kids today will never know them.
Exactly.
Whoa, Brittany.
Was I right?
You're coming
She
with that
got it.
retro
I
knowledge.
remember they used to have that option too, because when they were transitioning into these touch screens, they were just like, some people like the old fashioned, you just push the button multiple
No,
times to get
I'm
to your
good.
word.
No,
Now
thanks.
we're fast with it, man.
We got it.
So moving on to this is something that we're very excited about
love
because
this
it's dealing
story.
with puppies and
puppies.
little weenie dogs. And
Look at
this one right here happens to be disabled. His name is Tater Tot the Wonder Weenie. You're going to want to see this pup right here. Check it out. Look at him. He's getting with his
glasses.
Look at him. Look at him. How cute
I
is
want to
that?
give him a hug.
Yes.
Tater tot. The
Yes.
Wonder Weenie.
Look at his little legs.
So Tater Tot has a disease that made him lose the use of his back legs. His owner says when he received the diagnosis 3 years ago, vets recommended that he put Tater Tot down. But neither dog nor man wanted to give up. We love that.
Not at all. Together, they took a leap of faith, and they hope with therapy, Tater Tot will someday walk on all 4 legs again. We can only pray for him to do that. But the fact that, again, he's disability in general, it comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, and the fact that he's over, he's not letting that slow
No,
him
it's
down.
not slowing him down.
whatsoever.
He's doing great.
With his little wheelchair, that's just the
His
cutest
little
thing
ears
ever.
flopping every
Yes.
time his wheels
Tater
go.
Tot.
He's as happy as he wanted to be, and I bet Tater Tot would have killed the weenie race
Oh,
in
he
the rail yard
would
dog
have.
game. So we actually went to the game this weekend on Saturday, I think it was. It was the
Yep,
weenie race
Saturday.
that they do every year, and this was my first time watching it. So entertaining, and the fact that the audience was all about it. So Brittany, you actually got out of her seat. We were like in
So
row
Brittany had her
L.
face like plastered up.
Okay, so obviously everyone knows I love dogs, and the fact that you're doing these wiener dog races on the ice, and then we're sitting all the way up high, I'm like, I
Yeah.
gotta get close for this. So I go all the way down to the glass.
Right.
I found a seat, and there was a very nice
Borrowed
woman
a seat.
who I said, "Can I sit here while they do the races?" And she said, "Go ahead, sit there." I had to get the closed video.
Yes, and she captured it right
And
here.
Here's
like,
that video.
look, so
Here's
there's
one
the
of
first
them.
race. I
Yeah.
think they did
It took a
two for
second.
each
They
side?
did like 2 heats, and then they did the final heat. So I think
Yes.
this is one of the first ones, and all you see is those little doggies right
Right,
there.
look at this
Some
one
of
right here.
That one's going. He's going. He's going hard. Go, go, go.
Look at that, got the spotlight on him.
Oh, he did great. And then some of the other dogs were confused. Some of the dogs didn't like
now
the
you about to see
ice.
the next one is about to go all crazy.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
this one's really good. Look at them go. The one on the end there, and the other one just ran diagonal.
Look at the spotlight's coming on the
But
tiny
I
one.
love the ones that are like so determined. Like you see it in their faces, and they're like, I know why I'm here, and I'm gonna do you proud, mom. And they
my
go. Oh,
I
it's
mean,
so cute.
mad props to the lighting guys at the burger.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to like
mad props.
little dots. I guess essentially they're like little hockey pucks. You know, when you're looking at them from a distance.
Yeah,
look at that one right
Oh
there.
my God, look at the legs.
Little legs. It's like I'm
Legs,
just trying to get off this cold ice.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. But let us know if you guys were at the games this weekend, what your thoughts were. Maybe if you knew someone who participated in these races. Look at them in those sweaters.
Yes,
I love
Tater
it.
Tot should have won.
Yeah,
Tater
no,
Tot
Tater
would've
Tot would have
killed.
won. He would have been in there Tokyo drifting. I'm
Oh,
telling you. He's
that's
been flying
right.
all over
He
the
would have done
place.
great.
All right, let's bring in Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, are you with us, girlie?
Yeah, how you doing?
I am good. Okay, so first and foremost, before we get into these cool, hot topics, tell us, obviously we're dealing with a lot of changes with the Sprint. Is there something that you can kind of tell our viewers to make sure they can have an easier way to watch us moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. The link to the article with the Watch live stream is posted to our Facebook each morning. So all you have to do is click that post or go straight to our website and you'll see the article right there. And then just click that article and you'll be able to watch us live. You can also watch us live on YouTube or just on any app that you watch WSLS 10.
Perfecto. Jazz, what do you think about that snowboarder situation?
Oh my gosh, I thought that was, first off, incredibly scary, but I'm glad that they were rescued. Like, God bless the person that was able to come and rescue them from that. 'Cause I can only imagine how terrifying that was.
And can you not tell us, like, weenie dogs are just the cutest thing ever. Little Tater Tot, the Wonder Weenie, all the way to the Rail Yard Dog Weenie. So when you saw that, doesn't that just bring you joy to see how happy they are?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely brought a smile to my face just seeing them, especially seeing Tater Tot just run around despite
Oh yeah.
everything that he's going through.
Oh, yeah, so we
The
wish.
name kills me.
Yeah, we wish the best for Tater Tot. Hopefully he can walk on all four of his legs and be able to race across ice just like the other Rail Yard dogs. Do we have any viewers today?
We have several viewers, but no comments. As
Okay.
always, be sure to leave a comment. It's super easy to leave a comment under the article. All you have to do is go straight to the article under the Watch Live, and the comment form will appear right there. And you can see your comments live as you leave them. So if you have any questions, that's an easy way to get those to us.
Perfecto. Well, thank you so much, Jazz.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah, of course.
Have a blessed one, girlie. All right, guys, before we leave you, always got to leave you with the headlines of today. And right now, why don't you go ahead
Yeah,
and
what's
kick it
coming
off?
up later today in the noon show? 10 News at noon. 32 people are dead after dangerous storms moved across the U.S. President Joe Biden is pledging help from the federal government while forecasters are warning the severe weather isn't over yet. So what's to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, it's a very scary situation. My mom is actually living in Arkansas, so she was on high alert this weekend.
Yeah,
so bless those people. So also in the Commonwealth, a piece of legislation could now cut down on an increased number of people making false reports to emergency dispatchers all across the country. It is called swatting, and it can lead to a Class 1 misdemeanor or up to a year in jail. So chill out about that.
And lastly, the U.S. Justice Department is seeking hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages from Norfolk Southern following the Ohio train derailment that happened in early February. Federal prosecutors, say the train derailment in East Palestine polluted local waters and violated the Clean Water Act. Norfolk Southern says they are working with urgency and taking direction from the Environmental Protection Agency. So all those details again coming up later on our noon newscast with Alyssa Ray.
All right, and we got more news coming to you again, all of our later newscasts and online at WSLS.com. Do you guys got anything y'all want to add before we roll out? You good?
Nope, we're good.
You good? Nathaniel, are you good?
Yep.
Did you enjoy being out here with us today?
It was fun to join in.
Yes!
Yay!
Well, you guys going to be seeing a lot more of him. Again, we have a lot of beautiful people behind the scenes that make this possible. So, again, thank you guys for watching us today. We'll be back here again tomorrow. New time again, 8 o'clock. Do
8
not
a.m.
miss it. Yep.
Earlier.
WSLS.com. Please be there, and we'll see you there right there on the morning sprint.